We started with a little bit of Brazilian music, so our fellows from outside can check how the South-South cooperation spirit is running through our veins. Good afternoon, my friend Punlani. Good to have you here. Natalia, Paula, our dear members of the Climate Solutions Lab, and our very generous mentors and partners from other organizations. Today is the culmination of a process that it's, I asked the permission, but yeah. So cool, we're recording. Is the culmination of a process that started a few months ago, in which we faced many doubts. There are still many doubts, and this is part of the process to keep going through, making mistakes and learning. The Climate Solutions Lab of the Impulsouth project is a space for that, for doing experimentation, or for creating solutions that have local impact, but that can inspire the world through adding to the NDCs, but also to this network of young leaders that is becoming more and more active, as we could see in COP in the past year, that we had the participation of a few of our colleagues here, but also in regional events. So with no further ado, I wanted to invite my friend Punlani to talk a little bit about this journey that we've been through. It is a pleasure, right, Punlani? We have a second cohort coming to build this and to think this process with you, but also this couldn't happen without the provocations, the critiques from our dear participants and colleagues. And also I'd like to thank Natalia Mamedi for all her support throughout this first cohort of the Climate Solutions Lab. To just advancing a little bit, our colleagues here had access to a fund, so they could run and invest in their solutions in order to focusing on the experimentation. It was a small fund, but with very free fund, so they could experiment at some of these aspects of their solutions. And also they got the chance to get to know mentors that help them to understand better, to make better questions, and to move forward with their solutions. Today, the idea is that they present to you guys where they are right now, how they went through these past weeks, and what are they aiming for in the next steps of their solutions. So Punlani is just saying here that he is in a crowded place. Let me very briefly tell you guys what we've done in this process of the Climate Solutions Lab. Sorry. So just a second, please. I'm seeing people are getting the Teams channel. Nachi, could you please go to the Teams channel, share the link of the Zoom, please? S'il vous plaît. And I will quickly draw on what we've done together. So what we wanted to create here with the Climate Solutions Lab, it's a space in which young leaders, even if they are in a startup or in government or in civil society, they could experiment with innovation methodologies, and that they could think in this mindset of experimentation and learning through error. So what we did was to build a path so they could run through a customer discovery phase, where they tested their ideas in the market, where they went and talked with people that were interested or that were keen for them to learn their visions about their solutions. A product innovation step where they started to improving their ideas and prototypes and implementing some of those visions that they learned in the customer discovery phase. At some point, the silence was very noisy in conversations. Other conversations helped them to pivot their business model or how they were structuring their solutions. And finally, after trying to reflect deeply what those customer feedback, they went through a step in which they tried to implement some aspect or whole aspect of their solution in order to present here some evolution in this space, right? In this demo day. So at some point between the product innovation and the implementation phase, they got the chance to know their mentors, which by now are important allies in many cases in those solutions, and that I understand that will keep helping them to move forward with those solutions, right? So the stage that we are now is the presentation of how much they've moved forward. We are expecting that you guys and other interested parties can support and help them to move forward, but mainly that after those learnings, the participants of the Climate Solutions Lab can go and iterate again and do it better, do it differently, make new mistakes, more and new mistakes. And for that, they will have an access of a second installment of those experimentation funds, which again are small but very free to use funds. And we hope that they can use those funds to just go a little bit further, because the journey doesn't end. It just gets better and better. So having that said, and before we start our conversations, I wanted to check if Natalia or anyone from the Impulsouth teams would like to say some words. Otherwise, we'll start my friend Punlani, if you want to greet, or if you can start the presentation of our colleagues with Mrs. Zainab. Dr. Zainab?
It's the same thing, Gatson. It's the same thing. Doctor or Mrs.
Okay, great. So I think we'll earn some time and hear you very straightforward. You can share your screen, or would you like me to share your screen, Doctor? You're on mute. Sorry, Dr. Zainab, you're on mute. I don't know if you're speaking. Oh, there you go. Do you want me to share the screen, or you would like to share your screen?
I think I could do it also.
Okay, great. Please, whenever you're ready.
It is okay for everybody?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, I will begin. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Dr. Zainab Momanura, Interim Executive Director of the Center of Education and Research on Health and Climate Change, CERS Magaria. And I have the honor to present you our work. It's about 11.6 million pregnant women infected with malaria in 2019. Malaria transmitted by a vector whose survival, reproduction, development are linked to climate variation. Climate change will modify the occurrence and transmission of malaria like other vector-borne disease, which will be different from a country to another.
Can you make your presentation bigger? Sorry. Let's put it on full screen.
It is bigger on my side. I don't know. It is on full screen on my side. I don't know. Maybe I could do it again. And now it is okay. You have the presentation on screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. It is full on my side. I don't know what's happened. And now it's also okay?
It's there, but in the video can enlarge it the way they want, I think.
No, maybe you can share your screen.
It is also big on my side. It's large. I think maybe Gaston or Fulani could share the screen for me because I sent the.
Fine, you can carry on. Carry on then. Yeah, this is perfect.
Now it's okay. Yeah.
You just tell me and I go to the next slide. Okay, Zainab? Thank you.
Okay. Next slide. Okay, as I told it, I don't have the whole screen. I don't know what's happened. I didn't see the screen.
You can carry on, doctor. It's fine now on my side.
Okay. As I told it, 11.6 million of pregnant women were infected with malaria in 2019. Malaria is transmitted by a vector whose survival, reproduction, development are linked to climate variation. Climate change will modify the occurrence and transmission of malaria like other vector-borne disease, which will be different from another country to another and even in the same country. 250,000 additional cases of death per year will result between 2030 and 2050 from 4 of the climate change related diseases. The main problem in Africa particularly is that we have lack of information about the mechanism between this climate sensitive disease for a best adaptation of health sector. You have all those here. We need research and engagement of health professionals. So we need to motivate and train them and also give them correct data to do this work. It's why we created the center, which are We are the first ever social enterprise with training and research vocation on climate change and health in Sahel region using numeric solution, which is modelization and also virtual library. The team behind this work is an agroecologist, environment lawyer, communication expert, and me, a health professional. Next, please. Our first step during this 3 months is interaction and action. The first one which we meet is the coordinator of Climate Commission of Sahel region, because our aim is to go on Sahel level. As I told it, we need their support. So they invite us to meet the Ministry of Health and Minister of Environment. The second step is infographic task, website design, and important, we begin our online courses. The third step is that we created the center officially with a tax number identification. We also launched the first step of the non-profit side of this center, which is an association with the same name. And we have about 109 amazing candidates for this association. Next, please. The second and current step is that we have our small headquarters, which is operational. We have also the scientific council, which is established. We have experts in epidemiology, health, environment, administrative, climate, and climate finance, which support us. Important also, we have the sponsorship agreement with the Minister of Environment of Niger. Here is me and the Minister at the COP27, which will begin with this discussion. Next, please. As perspective, we will officially launch the center and the Association General Assembly, which will be the first activity of the center. We have also 2 important key partners, Ministry of Higher Education and World Health Organization, which we should meet. We have already begun a partnership with Ministry of Health and the National Direction of Meteorology of Niger, because we need, as I told it, reliable data and awareness of the population. Our main challenge will be that we should make our first researches to prove our capacities. And this is important. We need fundraising. We need for strategic networking to build awareness of the center and key opportunity to present our vision. Next, please. And as sustainability lie down on 3 components. The first one is organizational sustainability, and we have the team, we have the working space, we have also the timing. So we need the financial sustainability, and we will do it through these activities of the center, mentorship to the association, consultancies, and other. For community sustainability, I think it's important because the first actor which will be online in the community is health professional. And we have this health professional which appropriate the activities. And another one is the impact on the community, which we could see in SDGs. We have about 6 SDGs which are directly linked and 4 which are indirectly linked. Next, please. And just before ending, I just want to show you this milestone. We begin with the idea in March 2022 with Science, Coffee, and Personal program. And we want to reach this achievement, the first research implementing the association in other Sahel countries to enhance health agenda on climate change negotiation and policies, to become the first network, the best of health professional and health. You could see more information furthermore on our site web, and also I'm present to answer to your question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, dear Dr. Zainabu. Thank you very much. We have a challenge here today. We have many to present. I'm eager to hear about Punlani, myself, and also, of course, from our colleagues that coming from the outside. But I think it's Punlani. You want to share some comments?
No, I was thinking we could do overall comments in the end to save time. But
yes,
it's encouraging to see.
I should leave because I have an exam just after. If some have comments, or maybe you could just transmit it to me in another time. I don't know, because I have exam just in 20 minutes. I should go. Yes.
No, it's fine, Doctor. I was going to say that I can see the feedback, that you took the feedback on board last time, and it's really encouraging. Although my overall observation would be, or recommendation would be, that we hear all the presentations so that we don't risk not having some of you present. But yeah, to me, it's much better than last time, and you were much more coherent. So yeah, so that was definitely better. Gustin, I don't know if you have anything here.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Fulani. I will, before handle to Rolex, I just wanted to say that don't worry, we have here with us Paula Bianchi, which is arriving in Impulsouth as a communications coordinator, and she will help us through get the word going about how we're doing today, and also to help us reach interested parties to keep moving forward with your solutions. Okay, so also on okay, so let's move forward with Rolex now. Are you good to go, Rolex? He was here. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Great. Do you gonna share, or do you want me to share the screen?
I could share my screen. You can see my screen?
Yes, sir. Perfectly.
Yeah, thank you very much. My name is Rolex Mcheka from from Uganda. So of course, as you all know, my solution is about solar e-kiosk or solar energy kiosk for promoting e-mobility and also access to decentralized renewable energy. So yeah, as you all know, there is high, contribution of carbon emissions from the transport sector, and yeah, much of 24% comes from the ones from the energy sector. 24% is contributed by the transport sector, and road travels contributes a lot. In Uganda, in order to decarbonize the transport sector, we are slowly piloting electric mobility. We have electric motorcycles and even electric buses, over 300 electric motorcycles, and even about 5 buses. But the biggest challenge to this great intervention is lack of charging infrastructure. And now to solve this, with the support from Impulsouth, my solution, of course, was to have a solar powered kiosk, locally fabricated, and this is also being implemented. And mainly the solar energy kiosk provides charging and swapping services for the electric motorbikes in urban and rural areas. Could be yeah, two-wheeler or three-wheelers. So, and also it supports in just transition, whereby having access to clean energy, as well as creating green jobs for different categories, youths, women groups. So where do we stand now? Ever since we started enrolling the Solution Lab, we've created a team, about 3 people, myself as the managing director. I have a technical officer and the business development, Jack Nandaula, who supports in creating business ideas. Of course, we support from Impulsouth. We have a mentor, and we've identified different, players like a fabricator to fabricate the solar kiosk, and also a supplier for the different solar components. I have been having serious engagements with one of the key partner, that is Zembo. We took a step, identified the location. This Zembo is a private electric motorcycle company here in Uganda with over 27 charging stations. 250 electric motorcycles. However, on a later analysis, they found out that the location we had earmarked was not really viable. And so they decided to kind of opt out. And so I'm really wasn't good news for me, but it's okay. I'm pursuing, it's like learning session for me, but I'm pursuing more partnerships with other players as well, like border work and other target companies where like I have to also, and then align the business model as well. So the implementation of the solar kiosk, of course, is still going on. But of course, at this stage without Zembo, and e-mobility services to be added as a mobility as a service business model. Yeah. The initial project cost estimate for the solution had to be adjusted a bit since now I do not have that contribution from Zembo, but yes, thanks to Impulsouth and the seed grant they have given me, it's really helpful to set up the different components, yeah, of the solar energy kiosk, as you can see here in the budget. So we would need, with the initial idea, to have close to 20,000 USD, but this is not possible now since Zembo has stepped out. So I need more financing required with adjustment where I want to test a new business model of having tricycles, yeah, to do deliveries within the urban areas, yeah, using electric tricycles. And if you can see the picture here very well to really demonstrate for you. And yeah, so want to test out this new business model with the 2 electric 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers. Of course, different companies with the support from Impulsouth of about 5,000 USD. I would really ask for, I need like additional, funds of about 11,000 USD. Of course, this helps in buying the tricycles and other components, the battery chargers, and even paying grant and having somebody there work at least for 6 months to observe how the whole pilot is going to work. So I'm looking forward to this beautiful partnership. And yeah, by the end of May, April, like we want to have this first pilot really up and running and continue to monitor until by October we can scale it out further. Thank you very much.
Wow, congratulations. I can hear the claps. Great work, Rolex. Such an
You're
interesting
welcome.
business model. Okay, so let's.
Rolex, I've put some comments on the chat, as I've mentioned. Really exciting. I can see quite a significant improvement already. But just have a look at the comments on the chat and see if that is helpful or not.
Okay.
Great. And now we're traveling to Guatemala. A ver.
Hi.
Hello, Rocio. You can stop sharing your screen now, Rolex. Thank you.
I will share, I make a video, so I will share it with you. Just let me know if the sound is good or something happened.
My project title is Participatory and Resilient Management of Plastic Waste in the Hawaii Coastal Marine Protected Area. This area is located on the Guatemalan Pacific coast and have the second largest mangrove remnant in the country. Within the area,
Sorry, I shared the wrong video. Just give me 1 minute.
Hello, my name is Rocio Silva. I'm a biologist from Guatemala and the co-founder of ILOS.
Can you see the full screen?
Yes, let's see it.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Rocio Silva. I'm a biologist from Guatemala and the co-founder of ILOS. I am currently leading the project Participatory and Resilient Management of Plastic Waste in the Hawaii Coastal Marine Protected Area funded by Impulsouth. This area is located on the Guatemalan Pacific coast and has the second largest mangrove forest in the country. Therefore, it is an important area for conservation. Within the area, there are 6 Latino communities and 1 Xinca, dedicated mainly to fishing and tourism. One of the main problems in the area is the contamination by solid waste. In Guatemala, only 42% of households have garbage collection service, and it is estimated that 43% of households burn it. The burning of domestic garbage releases highly toxic gases that contribute to climate change and are harmful to human health. Women are the most vulnerable group in this problem. In addition, the ingestion or inhalation of microplastics through the environment is also harmful to health. Likewise, pollution directly affects tourism and fishing, the 2 main sources of income for the inhabitants. The objective of the project is to implement participatory strategies for the resilient management of plastic waste led by 2 communities, Las Mañanitas and El Dormido. Through the Impulsouth Solution Lab mentoring process, we realized that the best strategy for the project to be sustainable was through the business model that we seek to implement for ILOS. This consists of an entrepreneurship laboratory based on a circular economy. We begin with the selection of work teams, followed by training on environmental issues, in this case, issues of waste management, climate change, and integrated management of water resources, and training on business implementation. This process is complemented by technical support in a participatory manner for the development of a community-led business proposal that seeks to solve the plastic problem. We also have funds to provide seed capital for these proposals. These funds were through a crowdfunding campaign with HipGive and Fundación Avina. The project also contemplates developing the baseline and current actions for the management of plastic waste. In addition, the entire process is accompanied by an audiovisual campaign for the communities and future donors or collaborators. To date, we have developed 2 workshops with the majority participation of women. In this, the communities identify plastic as one of the current problems, with the river mouth, the canal, and the beaches being the most contaminated areas. In addition, the garbage that represents the most significant risk is the plastic bags and plastic and glass bottles. In the long term, the project will increase the resilience of the communities through improvements in health, alternative and own sources of income, improvement in current sources of income like fishing and tourism, and development of capacities that allow facing in a better way the adversities. We also hope that this project will contribute in the long term to a significant reduction in the use of plastics, which will also favor the health of marine coastal ecosystems and the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. Throughout the process, we have also made important alliances that have allowed us to enrich the project. As ILOS, we are committed to looking for additional sources of funds that help us to give continuity and increase the area of action of the project. So in this phase, the additional funding support, alliances, and knowledge is very valuable. Together, we work for a better future without plastic to save the beaches, rivers, mangroves, and biodiversity, and improves people's resilience. Thank you.
Felicidades, Rocio, amazing, great video. I felt that I wasn't in the canoe as well. So great way to generate the empathy. Thank you very much. So, my dear friends,
I've put my comments, Rocio, on the chat, but it's really nice to see, because I've always wondered with your solution, what exactly, how exactly are you organizing your solution? Because it feels like a lot of data collection and stakeholder engagement, but ultimately you need an organization and a solution. And it's nice to settle on this innovation hub or laboratory approach, where community engagement is one didactic or approach, and you can then do other things within that, and possibly even incubate other ideas and help them co-finance and things like that. So I'm really liking this, and it's the first time I'm getting clarity on your approach, and I think it's testament to these back and forth conversation we've been having. So yeah, well done. And I like the multimedia as well.
Now off to you, dear Filipa.
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you see me?
Perfectly. I can
My
see
lighting is a bit bad. Yeah.
No, it's great, actually. Nice room.
Actually, perfect. We can see you. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead and share my screen now. Just a minute, please. Sorry, just a minute.
Onagendako emawalidde.
Perfect.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm here today to present to you my project on carbon market viability for small-scale producers in the agricultural and forestry sectors in Katete district of Zambia. My vision is to establish a tangible carbon offset scheme for the small-scale farmers in Katete district. And my mission is to improve the livelihoods of the local people, reduce biodiversity loss through biodiversity conservation, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So far, since we started the incubation and with the seed funding I was given from Impulsouth, I carried out a research, which was actually a pilot study for the project, to be able to just look at the carbon market scene in the country, to engage with stakeholders. And I also carried out some key informal interviews with stakeholders such as World Bank, the ZFU project, the senior chiefs in the proposed area, Jeremy and Einstein, Kelvin, Imani, who are also from Forest Protocol, who I'll be collaborating with in the development of this project. So some of the opportunities that I realized from my research and will be my investment points going forward in the development of the project is the Eastern Province Jurisdiction Program, which is being developed by the government of Zambia to incentivize and reward climate change mitigation actions to reduce emissions. So the key beneficiaries will be the rural poor communities who directly depend on agriculture and forest resources for their livelihoods. So this will be my point of entry actually, and my point of entry in developing and implementing the project. I also engaged with World Vision. World Vision is restoring 150,000 hectares in Katete district where we are carrying out this project, or where we intend to carry out this project. So through the project that World Vision is actually implementing, we're going to be partnering for me to use the same land they're restoring to help benefit the small scale producers in the area, because actually the land is community land. So it's directly in small scale farmers land. So throughout Vision, I'm intending to implement my project through partnering and collaboration with World Vision. Open Forest Protocol will help to measure, report, and verify carbon credits from our forest, from our project area that we'll be working in. And they'll also help account for our work and progress in our implementation and progress. So for the next steps, I intend to carry out capacity building through trainings, information campaigns, and consultations. This will help in just sensitizing the people and building their capacity to also let them know about the program that the government will be implementing and what or how I intend to help the small scale producers to actually benefit from the program and be part of the program. And after that, we can now register the project and be able to create a carbon credit system. So with that being said, there's still a lot of work to be done. With the financial and support, the seed funding I received from Impulsouth, I've been able to actually carry out this research and the stakeholder engagements that I feel I actually got a lot from it, and I can now actually implement and develop the project fully. So 20,000 as an initial implementation fund would go a long way in carrying out the trainings and the campaigns. And of course, technical support, I still need to establish a full team that will be on the ground, that will work together, that will be in the community, and also visiting government offices, helping with registering of the project. So this project actually addresses 4 SDGs, which is no poverty, as we are going to be improving the livelihoods of people, increasing their income, that will reduce hunger, people get decent work, and it will contribute to economic development. And obviously, we are also addressing SDG 13, which is climate action. So for my team, I've had people who have been instrumental in me developing of the project. There's me, who's the project developer, who's developed this project. And there's Ademola Draimo, he's a climate change and sustainability expert at the World Bank, who has been very key and instrumental in advising me on how to actually go about with the project. And Emmanuel Nyoni is an officer in the Eastern Province and has also been very instrumental with engaging people on the ground. To end my presentation, I would like to give many thanks to Foundation Avina for the support, the incubation process that they took us through with Impulsouth, and the seed funding that actually enabled me to carry out my research and hold my stakeholder engagements. Many thanks to Fumlani and Gaston and Paula and Victoria. You have been very, very instrumental in mentoring and shaping me and growing me from the Solutions Lab and to the incubation and to where we are here. And many thanks to UNU, Eric, Emmanuel, thank you so much. You have been a very great help. I think without this opportunity, I wouldn't have been here, and I'm really, really grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Filipa. Congratulations. Great to see all these advancements and how the solutions are getting more and more concrete, right? I think Pulani has very interesting comments here in the chat, so you can see, and also to help our friends in order to better support you. So let's go to Owen, please.
Okay. Can you see my shared screen and can you hear my voice?
Yes, perfect.
Thank you. All right, so I'll start by saying that I'll never forget the experience that I had in 2020 when we were in the field in Chirundu district. So number one, the intern that we're working with, she actually collapsed because of high temperature. And then the crop that we planted actually withered because of a dry spell. Overall, I can say that we were not actually sweating, but we were more like dripping water. And so when this opportunity came up, I thought, okay, what is it that we can do in Chirundu district? And so what we proposed was maybe we need to enhance food security through sorghum processing in this dry area. And so the proposed solution was that we need to more like crop diversify to sorghum, thereby doing value addition into sorghum flour as well as sorghum flakes, with the principle that we look at sorghum being a more drought tolerant plant that can be used in drought areas. And so looking at the team, the project team, there's myself, Dr. Pili, and Dr. Mbulwe. But now we have the fourth person with the help of Impulsouth, who is my mentor by the name of Deborah, who has been very instrumental so far. And she brings on board her expertise being a researcher as well as a director in the International Development Innovation Network. And we are not working on our own. We are also working with other key stakeholders, which are highlighted on my right side. In terms of the impact achieved or the results that we have achieved so far, from the 60% of the seed money that we were given by Impulsouth, we have actually done some awareness. We've done 3 trainings to be specific, and we were looking at how do we create awareness in the area of climate action, as well as sorghum production, and then also introducing the topic of value addition to sorghum. As you can see, this man seated here is actually the community leader, or you might want to call him a headman for the area. And it was so amazing to see how these women were keen to learn and were able to jot down notes and just follow step by step when we were like training them. And overall, we're also able to make some fritters just as an introduction to value addition. In terms of the participants, so in total, we had about 126 smallholder farmers. As you are aware, this project is gender sensitive, and in our goals, we were actually looking at 60% of the people that we are going to engage in should be women, but this one we've gone overboard by 80% of the people that came were actually females, and then 20% were males. And out of this training, we are saying that we are indirectly influenced about 1,008 beneficiaries, and these we are talking about immediate family members as well as neighbors. And then in the picture down there on my right hand side down, you can see Dr. Mbulwe just giving a hint to the participants on how to prepare a recipe. In terms of the ask, so this is where we are now in the next project cycle. We are saying we are asking for more funding because we need to get these 2 machines to the farmers, because they can no longer continue using the mortar and pestle, which is very labor intensive. But just to ease their work, we are thinking, okay, we need to supply this just to make sure that the farmers are able to have access to ground sorghum as well as sorghum flakes. So from other engagements that we had with the stakeholders, what came out from these farmers, they're also saying, okay, we'll be also appreciative if you can help us breed our indigenous sorghum cultivars which we have because they are already adapted to the environment. And so it would be nice just to increase in terms of the seed accessibility. And just to highlight on the project benefits that this project will bring to the community in terms of the SDGs. So we see that it will handle SDG number 1, 2, 3, number 5, and number 13, which are all going to help in one way or the other. Though the project is small, but we believe that we are contributing to meeting the global SDGs. And we cannot overemphasize the networks that we have developed as a project, and just to appreciate the people who have been there for us and helping us become successful as a project. And so we are hoping that as we engage more people to help us on the project, we can put a face of you next time, even as we present, and just appreciate what you are doing to the community indirectly through this project. And with that, I say thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Owen. Great to see those pictures and the work with the communities that you'll be serving. I was going to do it later, but I want to say, yeah, you go on.
Owen, can you go to your slide 5 quickly? Whenever you have a pie chart, it must add up to 100%. Yours doesn't. So something is not right there. Anyways, that's all. We can move on to another thing.
I think it's the number of people, right? And the percentage.
Pie charts must always add up to 100%.
Yeah, just the number of individuals, right? The 25 and the 101.
Well, you can fix it later. We can move on to another presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. What is I'm going to say is happy birthday, Deborah. Thank you for expanding your birthday with us. Parabéns. That's a compromised, not compromised, a very active mentor, right? Being in her birthday with us. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Obrigado. So please now to the floor, Mariama. S'il vous plaît.
Oui, bonsoir.
Bonsoir.
Oui, est-ce que vous pouvez partager? Can you share, please?
Yes, just a moment.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Maria. Did you send me your presentation? I'm not able to find it here. Let us do it. So maybe we can skip to Liva, and then Mariama will work with you on the side too, so we can organize your presentation. Liva, can we go further with you?
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Cool. Mariama will do.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, perfectly, Liva. Please go ahead.
Okay. So wait, I'm gonna share my screen because I use both my computer and my phone because I got a problem with my computer. I don't know what happened. Okay. How to share it here? Can you see it? I think you can see it.
Yes,
Yes.
we can.
Okay. So just to remind, hello everyone, by the way. Just to remind, my name is Liva. I'm from Madagascar, and the project is about reforestation and rural community development through beekeeping. So I am in my own company, which is about producing honey, well, about doing beekeeping. And then I combine this idea with the idea to mitigate and adapt to climate change with the program that I have followed during the 1 year with Impulsouth. So, well, here is my situation now. I made it like as really simple as possible so that everyone can understand the concept, but we can see the details in the report that we will send by 24th of March. So what I have learned about this initiative and the use of the fund. So when in 2022, the starting point is about to do reforestation. And by doing this, I wanna like include all the communities to move with me in this initiative. That's why I also planned to build a formal organization with the community. So at that time, I've already moved there to talk with them. Like this, I have this initiative. And in December 2022, as an advancement and improvement, after a deep talk with the community where I decided to make the project, we decided with them to choose the kind of plant, both that can contribute in climate change mitigation. Well, all trees contribute in it, I think. And we decided about choosing coffee plant. Why? Because this is really good for the land where they are living. And this is also a great plant for bees to make like honey, like coffee honey. So in December, when I moved there to meet the community, we decided about that thing and then built a formal organization with these communities. And from that time, we create like a partnership with the community. So that is the improvement and the advancements from the start of the project to December 2022. About the partnership, this is with the organization called Cooperativa Manufsu. This is a Malagasy organization that we built with the community to focus in specific goal, which is about beekeeping and forest restoration and protection. So this community, this organization is going to work on this activity. I would call it activity because this is about beekeeping and, as I said, forest restoration and protection. And they are also doing beekeeping. So we built a partnership with them. And now on December last year, they were about 8 to 10 members. And now we are talking now, there are about 15 persons in the organization who is working, who are working in the working on the activity. So about the areas of uncertainty and challenges, as we all know, when we plant trees now, it is not going to be bigger like just in 2 or 3 days. So one of the challenges is about the fact that this project is a long-term project. So we need time to have a really tangible, like impact about, just for example, by planting trees, we need time so that it can be bigger. So about the coffee plant, this next year, we should already have products. So we can already think about how to call it, making honey, coffee honey, or kind of. The second challenge is to find, the right indicators and build monitoring system for the project. What I mean is, as I said, this is a kind of a long-term project. So we need to find, kind of indicators to show, to know and to show that we are moving correctly according to our goal. For example, when we plant coffee plants, like we need to monitor, yeah, to monitor it. Wait, I got a problem here.
Now we're good.
Wait. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you well.
Yes. Yeah. So as I said, the second challenge is to find the right indicators so that we can follow and we can monitor the project. For example, when we plant coffee plants, then we need to follow it like really closely to see if it grows at, it is indicated as a plant, as a coffee plant. And also we need to find the right monitoring systems to follow all the activities, because this is not only about reforestation, but as I said, this is also about rural community development through beekeeping. So actually, we are going to move to the next slide because we will go a bit in details about this. So about the areas of success, the first of it is, as I said, the collaboration and the partnership with the cooperative Manufsu. That is the first success. The second one is from December 2022 to January 2023. First of it, I got, when I met them on December, I got the opportunity to talk about climate change, because, in rural areas, this is not an evidence that they know this concept. So I started to share them as a basic knowledge. What is climate change? What is it for them? What they know about it? And I also shared to them the importance of taking actions to mitigate it, for mitigation and adaptation to it. That's the reason why we built this partnership with them and the project itself. Second of it, during this time also, we could already plant like 2,000 coffee plants on January 2023. On March this month, we are going to start to plant another 2,000 coffee plants. I am going to move to countryside from tomorrow for this project as a spot check, and the meeting to meeting with the community, and we are going to do that the next how to call it, the next planting of 2,000 coffee plants. Second of it, we are this month, we are going to start to focus on making on beekeeping. So I am going with my team, I am going to train them about modern beekeeping because there are lots of improvement in the way of doing beekeeping nowadays. So they need to know that, and I am going to teach them, to show them how to do it when I am going to go there. And also we are going to prepare ourselves with them in preparing the inputs that we are going to need for the production on June, because I want to share to you guys that on June 2023, we should have a production of eucalyptus honey, which is another plant that is very good for bees to produce honey. Also, I forgot to share, but the reason why also we choose coffee plants, this will create like more revenues for the community, because not only we can have honey, but also we can have coffee products, like the real products of coffee. And here in Madagascar, there is a market for this kind of project, this kind of product. So that is the goal of the...
Sorry, Liva, you're taking too much time, man. You're only on slide 3. You need to move a little bit faster.
So I finished it. I just want to share with you photos, if you mind. So these are the first person that I have met during my very first meeting with them. I am just on the right side, and they started this community engagement. I just want to share, guys, these photos, because these are the products of my company, which is honey. You can see here two kinds of, you know, like two kinds of honey types. And this is in a market here in town where I am living, actually. And this picture is the first coffee plant that they have done in a specific area where we are doing the project. And the last one, this is kind of improving kind of meeting with them when I met them on December. So that's it. Thank you so much, guys. Maybe the details we can see in the reports when we send it, with the pictures, the videos, and all the things. Thank you so much. Sorry for taking too much time.
Thank you, Liva. When we're passionate about it, there's always a risk of talking too much. So, congratulations on the evolution. Now I think we can move forward with Mariama, right? I will kindly ask to Natalia, our French speaker, to help Mariama so we can all understand her presentation. Please, Maria.
Can you please share it?
Yes. Nath, tu vai compartilhar? Obrigado.
Hello.
Natalia will share the screen, right? She's just
Oui, seulement un moment. What? Can you see it? No. Now you can see it, right?
Yes, but not in presentation mode.
Yeah, okay. Now?
I can go?
Yes.
C'est bon?
Yeah.
C'est parti, Mariama.
Okay.
Merci.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mariama Abdullahi from Niger. I want to present to you my solution, who is called IHIMA. Next, please. Why? Next. Okay. The problem is that we have climate change. We have very effect in the decline of in field, and she is the of the decline in agriculture, yes, and this one is the cause of famine and poverty in village. And we know that the most important of the population in Niger are in rural areas and depend of the land. This land who is very degraded over years, and the recovery is very slow. Next, please. And as a social, next, please. Hello. As a social entrepreneur, the solution I propose is a platform who promote forest products to do a sustainable development by information, training, awareness, and we make no forest product and sell online, and also forestry and agroforestry production. Next. Next, please. Okay, one forest product. Come back. Come back, please. Okay, why forest products? Because they have many benefits, like available across the years. We have increases. We have also, they give life, and they need less water. Next, please. The solution, next, please. The solution is for any producer, processor, any or any project or program. Our team, we have me, I am the promoter and the geological engineer. We have doctors in forest environment, we have engineer in forest, and development technician, we have gardener, and also some companies for the, and we win money by services and some services and products. And we have on board an estimation of our revenue for 2023. Next, please. Sorry. For the question, as the first platform who use digital service to promote especially forest products. Next, please. Next, please. For achievement, we have first have a partnership to added some silent trees in our first general website. We have also for the website of SAL online, we have completed the redesign. We have added some new products, and we have also setting up a reliable delivery system in our country, around the in 12 countries. With partnership, we have agreement with Africa Mobile. For the a price to give us a 1 year's incubation achievement. We have also a technical support of the Forest Seed Center and the water forest management of our municipality. Next, please. In achievement, we have what we call also a control field. Next, please. Next. Okay, in control field, he is agroforestry field. With the founding of Impulsouth, in 3 months, we have 3 water boreholes, 1 motor pump, nurseries with 9 spice trees, moringa, cassava, and 2 included 1 permanent, 1 woman and 1 man. And we have also a new shop with this fund. Next, please. Next, please. This is the end of the, for our needs, we need a big advertising campaign. We want to have solar motor pump, and we want to participate in international fair and natural products or craft. And we want also to have new partners by using, by reinforcing the business. This is my presentation. Thank you for your attention. Next, please. This is the end.
Marvelous. Thank you very much. Great. So I see that Maria Jose. Yes. Ahí estás. Hola.
Hello.
Hello, my dear friend. Please go ahead. The floor is yours. Congratulations, Mariama.
Voy a presentar video.
Ok.
Y me indican si se escucha.
No. Creo que no.
¿No? ¿No se escucha?
No. Tienes que poner como compartir audio en Zoom. Cuando compartes, tiene una opción. Si quieres compartir de nuevo, como.
Okay. Ok, ahora sí. Hola, ¿qué tal? Mi nombre es María José Pérez de León, soy ingeniera en gestión ambiental local. Actualmente laboro para INSIBUME. Mi proyecto lleva por nombre Impulsando la construcción de la agenda climática y la gobernanza participativa en el municipio de Retroleu, Guatemala. El proyecto surge como una iniciativa que busca fortalecer las capacidades de los actores locales frente al cambio climático, tomando como base la información climática local de la estación de Retroleu del Instituto Nacional de Sismología, Vulcanología, Meteorología e Hidrología INSIBUME, la cual tiene una data histórica que supera los 30 años, razón por la cual se realizó el análisis de variabilidad climática del municipio de Retroleu de 1981 al 2022, la cual incluye la comparación mensual y anual de los datos climáticos de precipitación y temperaturas, así como también de la línea climatológica de 1981 al 2010 y la línea actual del 2011 al 2022, con el objetivo de determinar los cambios de variabilidad climática en el municipio de Retroleu, en donde se pueden señalar que la temperatura mínima presenta un incremento de 0.8 grados centígrados y 0.5 grados centígrados por el caso de la temperatura media en los últimos 10 años, así como también un incremento en la precipitación, lo cual es un indicativo de que tendremos eventos meteorológicos cada vez más extremos. El análisis de variabilidad climática del municipio de Retroleu busca ser una herramienta que permita la toma de decisiones de los actores con base científica local para la implementación de medidas de adaptación o mitigación frente al cambio climático. Para el desarrollo del proyecto, en una primera fase, con el apoyo del Ministerio de Ambiente y Recursos Naturales, se realizó el mapeo de actores y recursos en los que se incluyen instituciones gubernamentales, privadas y de sociedad civil, con quienes se trabajará un diagnóstico de riesgos climáticos y poder así proponer estrategias para la implementación de una agenda climática de gobernanza participativa. Finalmente, se incluye una campaña de difusión de los resultados del proyecto en donde se replanteó el papel de la municipalidad, debido a que en Guatemala actualmente nos encontramos en año electoral, por lo que para dar sostenibilidad al proyecto se realizará un foro con candidatos a la alcaldía para que puedan conocer las acciones propuestas en la agenda climática de gobernanza participativa y que puedan dar seguimiento en el futuro. Uno de los criterios que contempla el proyecto es el poder dar a conocer y ser un modelo piloto que pueda ser replicado en otros municipios, por lo cual esta iniciativa fue socializada en el Simposio Mesoamericano sobre Cambio Climático en el Corredor Seco de Guatemala, organizado por el Instituto Nacional de Bosques, INAP, con el fin de dar a conocer la propuesta a nivel nacional. Es importante señalar que dentro de los actores, algunos ya realizan acciones relacionadas al cambio climático de forma separada, por lo que el proyecto es una oportunidad para que estos puedan integrarse y tener un mayor impacto en el municipio.
Congratulations. Kudos for the ingenuity to finding a solution for your challenges. I think it was marvelous and great to see the presentation welcoming our friend Eric Tambo arriving here, guys. So I don't know if you were here before, but welcome, Eric. So good to have you here.
Thanks, and sorry to have not been able to join. I have planned interviews for open position, so we just finished the interview. So sorry to have not been able, but I will follow up the recording. So I've asked before last week that it should be recorded, that I have the feeling of, I was saying it's good at least to join for the last part.
Marvelous. Thank you very much for Eric, for being here with us. Paula Bianchi, our communications coordinator for Impulsouth, will help us to deliver the great content that we are producing here today for a very wide audience after. So definitely it will reach you, Eric. So for the next presentation, we have our good friend, we'll keep it in Central America then. Coraima Estrella, shall we?
Hello, everyone. Let me try to share my screen and just don't.
Te escucho bajito.
Okay. ¿Cómo me escucho ahora? No,
Better.
better?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah. Want me to share, or are you sharing?
I'm trying to share.
Okay, cool. Hey, good. We can see your Chrome. Perfect.
Great, thank you, and sorry for the couple seconds. Well, my project, as you most of is capacity local government to adapt and lead environmental and climate project in the Dominican Republic. And I want to make a quick introduction. I know that they are a new person here that doesn't know the project, but I want to clarify that this presentation does not have an explanation of the project. I will send another one for those of you who want to know a little bit more about the project and the motivation of it. Okay, so that says I will share first of all a little línea del tiempo. Sorry, it's
timeline.
Timeline, saying in Spanish, and why and where we are right now. First, we have participated in the Climate Week in the Dominican Republic. I was elected as representation of the region to participate in this event. And also I was elected to participate at the COP27 as representation of the Latinos, las mujeres latinas, because we are all women at this region. And after that, we began the Solutions Lab. And then I start to design the schedule of the project, how we gather the data, how we prepare the document for the customer discovery. After the designing of the project, I gathered data. I started the customer discovery and then gather the data and complete the baseline just like a week ago. And now we have the closure of the Solutions Lab. So in this order, I will present right now where we are and what happened in my project. This is a picture of one of the cities we have evaluated. Well, as part of the project, we have selected 6 cities to evaluate how they have been developing environmental and climate solutions project. The main focus of the project was to determine if the local government have enough technology and capacity in order to report local action that was or have been in process in order to achieve our NDC goals. The NDC of the Dominican Republic state that it's necessary that the central and local government work together in order to achieve the goals in adaptation and mitigation section. But I have the question, and that question was the first that gave como que me inspiró para empezar el proyecto, that inspired me to begin the project. That was, if the local government have enough technology and the personal, and also they have a knowledge about which type of problem the locality are facing. This project consisted in a baseline and in a design of a baseline that was developed with six cities of the Dominican Republic, and one of them was San Cristobal, which is a coastal city, and this is the city that you are already seeing in that picture. The evidence of the lessons learned of the project was that in the Dominican Republic there is a lack of capacity to lead basic environmental projects. For example, project to manage waste management. Also, the intention to start capacity building project in the waste sector at the local level. And finally, that we have a lack of technology at the local level to lead project by the city themselves. I mean, my project at the beginning started trying to determine if the local government have the capacity to lead climate solutions. But at the end of the project, I concluded that there is a lack of a lot of things. And one of was the knowledge about which type of problems the city are facing, and the lack of technology at the local level to evaluate the situation and the problem that they are facing. The new support partner to the project that I have to develop the baseline was the local government, also the local expert at the cities. Incredible, the church. It was a surprise to me that the church was really interested into participate in this in the focal points to gather the data. The private sector, especially the sector waste, and also the Congress was really open to participate in the interviews. I have faced some area of especially challenging. The first of them was the gathering the data of certain indicators. For example, local governments do not have any technology to determine the air quality in the urban and rural areas. And also they don't have technology to determine the quality of water for the domestic use. And also they don't have a specific budget to develop projects to risk management at the local level. Also, for getting the data, I face the bureaucratic process that I think is not only a problem in the Dominican Republic, but every country have the process with the government, and it was a little bureaucratic to access to the information, and for that reason, some of the indicator was a little harder to use. And the bureaucratic process to coordinate meetings with big cities was one of the main problems that I faced. And incredible, the big cities environmental department at the local level was led by men, and the men was the harder was hard to coordinate meeting with men. The women's was more open to participate and to provide information. Also, the lack of interest of the NGO sector to be evaluated, to provide data, and also to participate in any way in the project. Some area of success was that we have, as I said before, we completed the first part of the project, which consists on a baseline of the problem that are facing our cities to lead environmental and climate project. This baseline will be ready, I guess, for next Monday, because we are trying to include the picture of the problem that we are working in, and also but the document is already done. We are just trying to put pictures to evidence the process. So I hope that you can access to this baseline, because me and Daniel, which is my mentor, consider is a good instrument to start a capacity building program at the local level, especially to empower local government to lead a project to manage the waste at the local level. That is one of the main problems in the Dominican Republic, and one of the conclusions of the baseline. Also, we have another success areas, such as the attention of the central government. We have the opportunity to present the project to the environmental ministry, and also to the Climate Change Council of the Dominican Republic, and also to an institution which name is Liga Municipal Dominicana. I don't know how to translate this institution, but basically the institution is the one who work on capacity building at local levels. And they like the project, and they just feel they do not have enough tools to develop the project. Instead of this, they like it. We have the interest of two local governments to develop a capacity building program especially if the program is based on how to manage the waste that they have, and also that teach them how to face the climate issues that they are facing at the local level. Also, we have interest on some interesting institutions as a Christian Foundation that have developed environmental projects at the local level. We have identified some vulnerable zones at the cities that can be used to develop some capacity building programs. And we build strategic alliances with important actors in the cities that we have evaluated. The results, we complete the baseline on the potentiality and barrier of the municipality to achieve local development and lead mitigation, adaptation, and climate resilience strategy projects. This baseline is just an example, because we have 31 big cities in the Dominican Republic and more than 200 local governments. We use just 6 as example, and those cities, we try to select cities that have different environmental problem and characteristics. For example, we select coastal cities, we select cities that have a big problem, having faced a big problem with the air pollution, industrial cities. And we select one big city, but no, we don't get the data with the local government directly. We use information that we collect using the internet, but we use it. And also one of the results is we determine some indicators that can be included as in a future pilot in order to develop a capacity building program and use the indicator to determine the problem in other cities. Also, the next steps for the project will be to create a strategy allies with the government international cooperation institution to develop a pilot phase. We design how costly it will be, and we need to determine which institution can be more strategic to create a strategy together. And we also need to prioritize 2 or 3 cities to develop a pilot phase, and also to design a carryout transparency section to show the results. I think this is the end. That picture was taken by my team in one of the cities we were evaluating. And I want to conclude with this phrase because I think it's really important. The needs are different and the goal is common: to work together for the creation of low carbon and resilient and adapted cities. And that's it for me.
Felicidades, gracias, Coraima. Congratulations. We have 2 more to go. I will ask my friend Caterina to go with her presentation. And congratulations, Coraima, for your commitment, for putting in the small amount of suffering that is needed, but also very happy with how your solution is evolving. So, Caterina, floor is yours.
Yes. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Great.
Go ahead, Caterina. Thank you.
So good morning, everyone. For those who don't know me, I am Caterina Vetrugno. I am a urban resiliency consultant. I come from Italy, but I lived for a long time in the DR, where the project I will present to you today is located. So in the Dominican Republic, there is no sorting system for the domestic waste, and many districts don't even have a collection service at all. The organic matter accumulates in landfills and produces methane, which in contact with air can cause explosions. In addition to being a danger to people's health, methane is also responsible for 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So we decided to propose a strategy to implement a network of collection points for organic waste to keep it within the urban fabric and reduce the landfill's emissions. The project has evolved thanks to the climate leadership program organized by Impulsouth, the UN University, and the Fundación Avina. So we propose to locate these points in primary schools within the city of Santo Domingo, which is an already existing consolidated network where many parents go on a daily basis. Then we decided to implement an educational component for families for waste sorting, a teacher training, and an environmental class program for kids in primary school. This way, we hope to involve young generations, kids, and women, mostly in charge of their households, as future climate ambassadors. So in order to incentivize the waste sorting process, we propose to exchange organic matter with a discount on the scholar fee, or other fees related to education, such as books or uniforms. Our final proposal is based on urban metabolism and enhances the transition from a linear towards a circular economy. So each school functions as a collection point. Also, surrounding actors can bring their waste, such as restaurants and cafes. And then this organic waste is then transformed into compost, which is used for educational gardens located in the same schools managed by the young students during classes. So in 2022, we took part to the Impulsouth program. And after the first pitch to Avina partners and experts, this proposal was selected for a first seed funding. During the following 6 months, we had the opportunity to improve the initial proposal within an international working group that involved colleagues from South and Central America, as well as some African countries. Also, we had a one-to-one mentorship program with international experts. And today we're pitching this proposal 2.0 to you. So what comes next? We want to move on with the project, of course, and we need some help. So the project is divided into 2 phases. In phase 1, which will last about 6 months, we foresee the first 2 pilots and the educational workshops. So in this phase, we also want to prepare the ground for phase 2, which implements the strategy to the city scale. So we need to develop a proposal to include environmental education in primary school program, as well as the creation of an interactive web platform for the project sustainability through time. Although we see some upcoming challenges, there are some relevant opportunities that we want to seize. As we are talking about a systemic proposal with very hot topics for today policymakers, the project can apply to very different calls for fundings and is also very appealing because of its replicability and scalability. Also, the DR is getting a lot of attention by sustainable development investors as a third world country and because of the vulnerability facing climate change. The fact that I am located now in Europe actually gives us the opportunity to access to international fundings and network. And also through previous experiences, we already set up a very fruitful connections on site. First of all, we need help with partnering up with a local organization and build up a network in order to include the project in a bigger frame. National and international fundraising is also very relevant in this process, and any advice on this would be very welcome. Thank you very much.
Wow, how goody. Amazing, huh? Very good. So happy to see the clarity in which you are sharing your ideas and the way to go. So good. All the doubts, and I'm confident that some of them still remain. but they pay out, right? To navigate in these uncertainties is what an entrepreneur does in a daily basis. Congratulations, Katerina.
Thank you.
For last but not the least, my dear friend Annette, so eager to hear you. Do you want me to share the screen, or will you share your screen?
Kindly share my screen. I'm
You-
having challenges.
Okay, I will, just a second.
Okay. All right, thank you so much. On behalf of the Farm Art Space Community Initiative, I'm presenting this climate solution project presentation today to Impulsouth, Avina, and all the other partners, and I'm very grateful. Next slide. So my climate solution is I'm setting up a community-based climate smart agriculture training center with organic farming enterprises in Bunga sub-county. This is found in the central region of Uganda, where I stay, and it is a rural area. So I am the founder and team leader of the community-based organization. And this is the setup on the screen. Next, please. The architectural design of the setup. And my climate solutions journey story started with the course that I did at the university. It is actually a climate adaptation and mitigation intervention course. And it enabled me get so many opportunities to so much information on climate change. I got so many opportunities of traveling, attending so many workshops, doing so many short courses, but all these were just in commitments. And when I received an email from Impulsouth about this course, actually what attracted my attention was the slogan, from commitments to action. So I was really tired of the commitments. I really needed to act. And I am glad that from the so many ideas, the climate solution ideas that I had through this course, I managed to zero to something that I can do, and that is in the agricultural sector, an intervention in the climate sector. And through using the climate solution lab tools, I was able to come up with a climate solution project proposal, which qualified for the incubation process and mentorship program. And here I am implementing the climate solution. So next. So my journey as from being a climate student to a climate leader, as I mentioned, it started with just ideas, reducing greenhouse gas emissions from agricultural practices. And later on, at my proposal level, I was writing about setting up a community-based laboratory, providing soil management technologies that enhance prevention of agricultural nitrous oxide emissions. However, through the incubation process and the mentorship program and engaging with the other key stakeholders, I am implementing this, and I am glad that I am setting up a community-based climate smart agriculture training center with organic farming social enterprises. So this is what I'm working on right now with my team. Next, please. And this is how the setup is. This is the architectural design. As you can see with the pointer, no, the pointer is on my screen, sorry. That's the outdoor 50-seater outdoor training space is just the one with the brown roof. Then the brick walled is the biofertilizer laboratory, and next to it is the shop, and then the small administration space. So what I'm actually going to do with the community-based work, we are supposed to implement something that is sustainable, that benefits the community, while also the community gaining from us. So that is why this setup is actually like this. The next step, please. The next slide. And the implementation sustainability approach is that this community-based organization is going to implement a community social enterprise, providing trainings, consultation services, and sorry, Jose, sorry, my son is disturbing. So and providing the CBO farmer members free consultation services and at subsidized fees. So we shall be selling products to them and also buying products from them. And the profits from these enterprises are actually meant to be reinvested in the social and economic transformation activities to cover the project running costs. Next slide, please. So my achievements so far with the team are that we have successfully been able to be registered at the local government. This is a very big milestone, but it has taken us some like 3 months to get this certificate. And also the setup, work plan, and also the architectural design and the plan has been approved by local government. We have been given a go ahead to do this. And I have been able to conduct with my team consultative meetings with all the local leaders in the sub-county. Joseph, please. And another big milestone that I have achieved is attending the COP27, where I actively participated in the farmers constituency. And this has given me a very big motivation to move on with this setup. Next, please. Next. So the work in progress right now, this is the site. The first picture is actually the site. It is 1/2 acre. And as you can see, we were given permission to go on with the construction just last month. We put up the sanitation facility, and then the 50-seater training hall, the demonstration gardens, the laboratory and the shop and the office. The space is there for it, and we hope to start on it in 2 months' time. Next, please. And of course, with the work that we are going to do, it is really a lot of work to do individually. So these are our partners that we have created. Impulsouth is, of course, will forever be our biggest partner. The university, which is going to partner with us on the soil testing equipment and research. St. Jude Family Projects is providing the training manual. The Young Farmers Federation of Uganda, we are a member, and it is providing visibility for the CBO, and also will provide the first market, since we don't have a license to market first yet. So it will give us it will do the marketing for us. Pelham Uganda is going to conduct the first trainings, the training of trainers. CAST is going to provide the trainings on the sanitation facilities and affordable water technologies. And then my biggest partners are the community chairpersons. We did a consultative meeting with 51 chairpersons of the 51 villages in Bunga sub-county, and they are very happy to work with us. As you can see, majority of them are men, but our CBO is gender sensitive, and we want to encourage women to be part more in these trainings. Next, please. That's the next. So our ask, I think there is a slide that is missed. No, I think it is this, okay. The ask is the more seed finance to complete the construction, and then the equipment for the biofertilizer laboratory. We need more partnerships and collaboration with the researchers, more researchers and organizations that are more in the monitoring and evaluation. We need capital seed for the enterprise shop. We need motorcycles to do the mobilization, like on-site soil testing, delivery of products, marketing products, and also on-site consultation. And then we need some seed finance for training facilitation and training materials. So if there's any recommendation, please, for any of these, all of them, please we shall be glad. Next slide. So of course, special thanks go to Avena Foundation. Where's the slide? It has disappeared. Okay, special thanks go to everyone on this slide, not forgetting Natalia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Annette. Thank you and congratulations on such effort. Look how pretty we are in the picture, Punlani, always talking.
Yeah. Oh, at least you look cooler than me there. I was probably explaining something so passionately.
Impossible. That's something any lab in the world can do. I cannot be cooler than you. Guys, Punlani, my friend, I'm speechless. You go ahead. I talked a lot at the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, this is amazing, guys. I've shared a lot of feedback on the chat, and I really encourage Natalia, if you can please share the chats with everyone. And you guys still, this is a demo day like this is not a destination. It's just an opportunity for you to update us on where you are and our relevant stakeholders. But it's incredible to see how much productivity and and progress that you guys have achieved in the last 3 months. This hasn't been 3 years, it's just 3 months. And it's incredible. And all it points to is that we have good jockeys in the world of innovation. We use this analogy of a jockey, horse, and a racetrack. And I think that we did there's something promising about all of you as jockeys. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done in your ideas that are supposed to take you in this journey. And people like Eric, myself, Gustin, and everybody at Impulsouth are trying to make the racetrack slightly easier for you. And I'm very pleased that at least in the last month, you all have connected or at least have some traction with your mentors, which in some way are part of this ecosystem of support that we've tried to carefully put together for you guys. And there's also quite a lot of improvement from the last dry run to this one. There's kind of more visuals, people have done multimedia, and it was really encouraging to see Maria do a presentation in English, and that's a lot of effort. And it was the first time, at least some of us who speak English could hear you, Maria. So well done on that. So yeah, looking back to where you guys are, there's a huge growth at multiple levels of yourselves as individuals. And also your ideas, how they are progressing. Some of you are now registered. Some of you have achieved so much traction. It's incredible. I've seen websites here. I've seen government agreements, commitments. There's real traction that I've seen. Yeah, so that's it from my side, and thank you for trusting us to we are just a bunch of strangers, and you guys have trusted us to lead you in this process. And I want to hand over to Eric, because I see Eric has joined us at least from the middle of this session. And just if he has any parting words or any kind of words from his side, But yeah, thank you from my side and from Castine's side, and for trusting us with this process.
Many thanks, Pulani, for handing over to me. So, and I'm a bit ashamed because I couldn't really be part of the process, and it's one of my passion, really working with the youth entrepreneurs, following the process, but simply due to other activities. And this project is particularly and was particularly important for me, but simply for the time, yeah, I couldn't really follow up more or less the development of your innovation. But I was also on the other side confident that you are in the good hands with Phumlani and Gaston. I was also confident that with both of them, I will have just been there to enjoy myself. But in terms of support, I'm pretty sure that you have everything that was needed to support you in your journey. So it's good, definitely, to have this first cohort finish. It was also for us an entrepreneurial journey. So we are used to work more with entrepreneurs. So we used to support entrepreneurs, but in an incubation process, I think it was quite a lot of learning also for us, definitely also for the next cohort who will start. So, and we have in the side note another program of the IDSC. It's called Greenovation, where we will also go through a similar process. So we will also support almost 30 entrepreneurs in the continent on 5 sectors. I think all of your sectors are relevant, but I think you went already through similar process. We will work a bit closer this time with Technology and Innovation Hub in Africa. This project is mainly in Africa, so just check on our website at the UNU. So you may know somebody who may be interested to apply, or you may also look, I don't know, if you have to go through a similar process again. So on the text of the program, we have described a bit what we are providing, what is a bit different with regard to this one. But just as information, have a look, and you may know other people who may be interested to join. I think what I will have, without going too much into data, we may plan another meeting just as a reflection in terms of support, particularly for the next cohort, which will start. I will have been very interested to know what was the takeaway that you can give to us. At least, maybe Gaston has planned something in this line, but I think it also will have been good to know a bit. We may need either do it that in form, but a kind of reflection. So helping us to design the next phase, I think that is what will have been quite interesting from our side. Also reflection, also not only for the next cohort, but also from your side. We had similar exercises with the virtual aula, and we had a lot of insightful comment that we have integrated in the planning, in the design of the training, but at least also for the incubation thing, it will be good to know a bit more. Feel free to connect to us. So at the UNU, this area is an area where we are working. So feel free to connect to us, and we may have other opportunity or the connection opportunity. Feel free, if you have the feeling that we can support you in the one or the other ways, even if it's not in the frame of the project, just feel free to reach out to us, and then we will see how far we can support you. So thanks once again. I think it has been a very good experiences of South-South collaboration. And I will say, I saw here that it's already a community. I think the WhatsApp group will remain. So we'll just stay in touch. So in the one way or the other, how we can continue to go along your journey. So maybe if you have one or two things in this line. So on the reflection, it will be good, Gaston.
Thank you very much, Eric, for your words. It's the perfect moment so we can do some last warnings and requests for you guys. But first, could you please take a picture? Everybody, if you guys can open your cameras. Please. Hello, Bakar. Yeah. Nati, Yannick, Paula. And then I will just do the so 1, 2, 3. Oh, my bad. Again, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, Paula, now you're back. Let me see. Are you taking it as well? Those. Okay, good. So yeah. So thank you, Eric. Just to, from my side, just to thank you very, very much. I learned a lot with you guys, with all your critics, with all your brightness. You're all very bright and doing amazing stuff at the local level, but with a great possibility of impact through South-South cooperation in the global arena. So congratulations, I'm very proud of you. Thank you for the understanding and the patience with the mistakes that we've done. Hopefully we will do it better the second, and of course we're gonna do better the third and the fourth, and etc. Eric, the guys have now to deliver to us a systematization report in which they should reflect those learnings and the changes that they went through the process. And in that systematization report, we also kindly asked them to share their visions with us. If they need to be harsh, we understand that will be from a constructive point of view. I want to say goodbye and handle the word to Natalia that has other announcements, and we'll keep in touch. Have LinkedIn, we have our group. We'll definitely want to put you guys in touch with the second cohort. Let's try to figure out the best way to do that. But yeah, I'll keep that way. Nach.
Yes, no, first of all, gracias a todas, merci a tous, and thank you all really, really, because you were really amazing. And as I said in the first meeting, I recall it while I was listening to you, and I said that it was a pleasure to be here also as a young woman from Latin America, from Brazil, and to see the great job you are doing. So it's really to be on the other side and see all the effort and the patience you had with us. We tried to give our best to connect you with the mentors, connect you with each other, put yourselves in events. I know that some of you had participated in online events or at COP, and none of them are bigger or than others. So we try to engage you, and we will keep trying to engage you in these events. The next one, Annette will participate. It will be a UNESCO conference. So it's really nice to keep in touch, to keep doing this job. And I'm really grateful for all your patience and work. And then on behalf of Impulsouth, I just want to thank you all. And we definitely will keep in touch, because I will not leave you guys alone, because I will have to receive your reports and everything. And we are also going to have by April 30th, we are going to have an update from the report. I will send it on the WhatsApp group. Don't be worried about it. It's just a procedure in Avina. And yeah, it was really a pleasure to meet you all. I really admire you all, and thanks. I just have to thank you because you're great and amazing. And I remember reading your names on the first sheet for the course, and now we are here. So it's really, 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 I'm really grateful.
Same here, Natalia.
Okay, guys, let's move on. We have a lot of work to do. Move with your solutions. We'll move from here. Ciao.
Cheers,
Grazie.
guys.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye. Have a good day.
Abraço.
Thank you.
Bye.